to show respect to the audience and respect your own business. It was a way to protect it.
And I'm Kayfabe Avenue, and I'm Kayfabe Focus.
And I'm E.A.
It's Kayfabe Avenue. Ladies and gentlemen, heels and faces, casual wrestling fans, and all you smart marks. I'm Kayfabe AJ.
And I'm E.Boogie with the hoodie once again.
Call him Boogie when he got that hoodie on.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Today I got a lot of Boogie shit I gotta say.
Got some Boogie bars. All right. This is Kayfabe Avenue, and tonight we bring you the Raw wrap up. So we're about an hour removed from the end of the show. A lot to unpack, a lot to talk about. So we're not gonna waste any time on it. Let's go. The show starts off with Miss TV featuring Drew McIntyre.
Yeah, I missed this. I had little technical difficulties, so I'll let you explain what happened. I missed the whole segment.
Yeah, so basically, Miz got Drew. You know, he's the Money in the Bank holder, so he's talking his most shit possible to Drew. You know, how are you gonna defend in the chamber and the odds, and you know, talking about everything that Drew's going through with Sheamus and throwing it in his face. And you know, once he started talking about his odds in the chamber, he, you know, it was over for him. Ended up headbutting him, knocking Miz down, ends up leaving. Miz ends up cutting a great promo, like amazing promo.
Yo, you already know how Miz do. I'm not even surprised when you text me like, yo, you saw that? I'm like, nah, I didn't. I already know the Miz goes in.
Nah, but he cut a great promo, but at the end of it, it didn't make sense because he's talking about you know, him being Money in the Bank briefcase holder and the fact that he's putting both champions on notice, and you know, he's gonna end up walking out at some point, and just because he says he's gonna cash in doesn't mean he's gonna cash in at that moment he's talking about. He's a master manipulator. Like, great promo. But as a master manipulator, your idea of master manipulation is to give up your spot in the Elimination Chamber. That shit didn't make any sense to me. You have a spot without your Money in the Bank briefcase, meaning you got two chances in that chamber.
Yeah, because you could have, like we said before, like he could have cashed in if he lost and went right back in the chamber.
The only thing that makes sense, okay, you try to stay healthy, you're trying to stay strong, so you could pick the bones of whoever's weak at the end of that championship match or whatever the case is. I get that aspect of it, but you're in the chamber already. That's an opportunity. Even if you lose the chamber, you still got that briefcase. I'd rather take two chances than one.
Yeah, for real.
You master manipulator, that shit, like, awesome promo, but then the end game of it didn't make sense. He kind of continues on with his idea of what he really wanted to do and the purpose of him relinquishing, but we'll get to that as the segments move on.
Right. I give it a 10. That's the Miz.
He didn't ever got to see
it, and I already know the Miz went crazy. I already know his promo game. He's like one of the top promos.
And the thing is, he was laser focused. It was real zoomed in, like talking smack. Like, it looked reminiscent of that. Not as angry and passionate because of what was told to him, but you know, it was one of those great promos. But
yeah, I already know when the Miz is on his A game with the promo, heel promo, like, and ain't nobody. He's the best in the business right now. Yeah, probably not MJF. Like, them two need a versus. Like,
so we get a little segment recap of what's been going on with Lashley, Riddle, and Keith Lee, and promoting their championship match for the United States Championship at Elimination Chamber. Then we go backstage with Matt Riddle and Lucha House Party, and super cringe, super fucking cringe.
Go ahead, say your bars. Say your bars.
If you haven't noticed, I'm a proud Puerto Rican dude. I wear my flag on me every day. You know, it's on my skin. I'm proud. When I see wrestlers that come from my background, we don't get a lot of champions. We don't get a lot of prominent people placed in situations, right? So let's look across the pond real quick. We look at AEW, right? How many Puerto Ricans are put in a position that maybe they're not the top guy or top chat, but they're put in a position that they're showcased regularly. They're who they are. Santana and Ortiz, you know they're Puerto Ricans from New York. You understand? The other Hispanics, the other Puerto Ricans, you know they're from the Caribbean. They embrace who they. The fact that you got Liz Dorado talking about carnal, that is Mexican, bro. You're not a Mexican.
We say pana. We say pana. What are you talking about?
That carnal shit, bro, that is Mexican, West Coast Mexican shit, bro. We don't say that. You're acting Mexican. Puerto Rican culture has luchadors and wrestling embedded in their blood, bro.
What makes it worse?
We have luchadors in our culture.
And
why the hell are you acting Mexican?
And then what makes it worse is later on in the evening, we're still gonna get to it. Bad Bunny and Damian Priest, when they were talking in Spanish, he was talking literally Puerto Rican to Bad Bunny.
No, Damian Priest and the Bad Bunny, they're Puerto Rican. They're who they are.
Yeah, but I'm saying like they didn't do that with Damian Priest. Like they letting Damian Priest
because Liz Dorado has allowed himself to be packaged with Kalisto, to be packaged with what's his name? Grand Metalik. Since them two are luchador, Mexican luchadors. Oh, Vince is probably such good shit. Let's package them together. They're all Mexican. No, bro.
No, you're
Liz
not.
Dorado's Puerto Rican.
Puerto Rican.
Stop with that shit. It was disrespect. I don't know how they allow that shit, bro. With the piñatas and all this shit. Lucha House Party, that's already a racist, gimmicky bullshit. And you got my man's Liz Dorado looking real bad for the culture, talking about carnal. No,
and you know what?
Mexicans.
He's probably
that's
like my
culture.
favorite. But when they three was together with Kalisto, he was my favorite one, bro. And it wasn't because he's Puerto Rican. He was the one that was actually the most exciting. He the one who stole the show for the Elimination Chamber last year.
I was there. I was there live.
You was there. You was literally there because you texted me. I was texting you while you was in the building. He the one who climbed the whole thing and did the moonsault off the top of the elimination last year, literally 1 year ago. He's the one that's most exciting out of that group. But you got him portraying a Mexican or whatever.
He can still be a luchador and he can still be packaged with Grand Metalik. But let him represent his culture.
Let him be him.
Let him represent who he is. He's not a Mexican person, bro. He's Puerto Rican. The flag is on his arm. Come on with that bullshit. You're letting. First of all, Mexicans should feel disrespected.
Because
they're letting somebody
a culture that's
he's Hispanic, but the cultures are a little bit different.
Exactly, and you absolutely
you're disrespecting Mexicans by
doing a culture that's not his. Mexicans, luchadors should, like Rey Mysterio, should feel some type of way. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that they cool behind the scenes, and Rey knows the business, and he's been there for 20 years. He probably telling him like he probably doesn't feel no type of way, but he actually has legitimate reason to feel some type of way. You know what I'm saying? If he wasn't so cool with everybody.
It's sad because you know what? If I was, let's say, the route, I wouldn't allow that shit. Just because you're giving me a ticket, to the show, half the time I'm in motherfucking catering. And then on the times that I'm there, you want me to act something I'm not?
Yeah.
And something that's disrespectful at that. It's like the Kofi Kingston was acting Jamaican.
And he wasn't. He's Guyanese. He's Guyanese. He's African. He's African. He's not Jamaican. He's Guyanese. He's African.
Didn't represent his actual culture until recently. Years after when he dropped the gimmick.
That's a great point you said. Kofi Kingston was not Jamaican. Yo, Lana is not literally Russian.
Well, I think she is part Russian, but she doesn't speak with that Russian accent.
That's not her accent, but you had her in the beginning. You had her in the beginning trying to speak with a Russian accent that wasn't her accent.
Is
Rest
Lana?
in peace, Brody Lee. Brody Lee, y'all try to make him talk with a Western country accent. That's the reason why y'all wasn't pushing him. He doesn't know. He's from New York. He talks with we from New York. He said, yo, I don't know how to talk country, Western. You know what I mean? None of that stupid shit y'all wanted him to talk like. Before y'all made him the Bludgeon Brothers when he started going solo off of the group. Like, yo, y'all gotta stop with y'all take a look and then
Okay,
automatically.
See, this is where it's different for Lana in Lana's case, right? Because I just looked her up. She was born in Gainesville, Florida. That's crazy. Hour away from where you are right now. Born in Gainesville, but when her father, she's of Portuguese and Venezuelan descent, but when she was young, her father worked in a Christian missionary, and they were in Latvia and Russia. So she's been around that culture. She's grew up in that culture a little bit.
But she literally Spanish, bro. If that's the case, she's Spanish. Venezuelan and Portuguese. Portuguese is Brazilian, and Venezuelan is South American as well. She's Spanish.
But at least she was in that culture when she was a child. She was around. She was
okay. So she get a pass.
She was living over there. She gets a pass because you was raised in that culture.
Okay,
you know
so
that's like you know a white person raised in the hood. Grew up on hip hop. You know, I take it away, but you know, in this case, it's like, bro, you're a Puerto Rican, my dude. You're acting like a Mexican. You know, it's disrespectful. A lot of Mexicans are really proud, and Puerto Ricans too. And the distinction between the two, a lot of people, that's a stereotype as it is. All Puerto Ricans are Mexicans, or all Mexicans are Puerto Ricans.
Puerto Rican, yep.
That shit is disrespectful. It's stereotypical. I don't like it. We gave it a lot of life just now. Let's just move on from that. But horrible. Yeah,
that's
he's banned. As long as he's allowing his character to be portrayed in that light, and you out here running with piatas and shit.
It's not his fault. Always been banned in mine. It's not his fault, but he could at least speak up. Somebody could at least,
bro.
Somebody could defend you.
Somebody gotta have a backbone for once and say,
Ray gotta step up.
This gimmick
if Eddie Guerrero was here, he probably would have spoke up on it. Like, yo, let him be him. Like, what are you talking?
Like you have to be Mexican to be a luchador. That's
like, no, you don't. No, you
Puerto
don't.
Rican culture has luchadors in it.
Yeah, absolutely. And they amazing wrestlers. Like, look at Serpentico. Serpentico does the luchador shit too. He's Puerto Rican,
and he raps it well.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, look at his gear, all that shit.
Look at
they don't harp on the fact that he's a luchador, and they don't harp on the fact that he's Puerto Rican. They just let Serpentico be Serpentico.
They let him go. You know what I'm saying? Look at Pac. Pac is literally Irish, or where's he from? He's from Scotland or something. But he's a luchador. If you really consider his style, his moveset, he's a luchador. He doesn't, it doesn't matter.
It's a little bit more than just being aerial. It's the mask and the tradition of the mask too.
All right. Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
That's inbred in Puerto Rican tradition too.
Yeah.
So it's like just because he wears a mask and he has that, he has that tradition in him, doesn't mean he's freaking Mexican.
He's Mexican. Is that absolutely?
But this led to Matt Riddle teaming up with Lucha House Party, and
that's another thing too, man. Like, yo, what's the point of them? Like, it doesn't make sense. The pairing of that stable, where it happened,
and the crazy shit, they beat the Hurt Business tonight.
Yeah, but it's like, yo, that pairing does not make no sense. We got the one high guy all day, and we got the two luchadors. Well, yo, it's a 7. It was a good match. Like,
and then the little promo when they were pairing together, it was just
cringe.
It wasn't even funny. It was cringy.
It was cringe, bro. Cringy. Like, yo, let
Matt Riddle beat him. Riddle, Lucha House Party versus the Hurt Business. It was a decent match overall. I won't complain. I was actually surprised that Lucha House Party
pulled off the win,
and they pulled off the win. Of course, it was Matt Riddle with a Final Flash, a knee to MVP for the win. No, actually, he did that bro, floating bro or whatever it's called. and after the Final Flash. But yeah, I don't know why they paired together. I don't know why they put Lucha House Party in this position to beat the Hurt Business, especially going into Lashley wasn't even involved in the match.
And he came out and he put the work. He put the work in.
Yeah, after they win, Bobby Lashley comes out, put the Hurt Lock on Riddle, and he ends up like destroying Lucha House Party as he should. So that's stereotypical ass stable. I've never been behind Lucha House Party not once, and they're all amazing.
Yeah, that's the sad
Sad thing.
man.
They're all amazing, but it was always stereotypical to me
That's the
from
sad
the
shit, man.
day
Like I
one.
like them as
Day one.
wrestlers. They work. They great workers. They great athletic workers. Like, and it's like y'all make them look stupid. Y'all made them look stupid for so Kalisto was literally a USA champion. I have not seen him in months. What the fuck happened to y'all put him on SmackDown to disappear? He's not even chasing the 24/7 championship. What is going on here? I love what's his move? Something del Sol? Arena del Sol.
Leader
That
del Sol.
move is that move is fire, that signature. That
But
finish.
they switched him to SmackDown just so he could be in SmackDown catering instead of Raw's catering with Lucha House Party.
What?
But you know what? You guys, you three together, you guys eat too much in catering. We got to split at least one of you guys. The bill went up too high. Go to Kalisto, go to SmackDown. At least you could eat on SmackDown's budget. But you know, speaking of the 24/7 championship and the fact that they chase that shit all the time, we have Bad Bunny and Damian Priest backstage. Well, we have Bad Bunny talking to Mandy Rose, got his little flirt on.
Hey.
He's watching Mandy Rose walk away. Of course, everybody loves to watch Mandy, you
gotta throw that shit
walk
out.
away.
I ain't mad at that.
Right? So Bad Bunny is there. Damian Priest shows up. And obviously, they've been paired together over the past couple of weeks. I enjoy it.
Talking.
But in the middle of them talking, we get R-Truth run up. Akira Tozawa rolls him up, pins him, becomes the new 24/7 champion.
Yeah, how many times he won it? Like, is he like 20 now? Like, yo,
I think he only won it maybe 4 times.
Nah, he won it mad times too, bro. They both sharing that shit. There's just them two really that's keep winning it the most. Like,
I don't remember him winning it that many times.
He won it
everybody.
He won it mad times.
We gotta see a bracket of that.
Yeah, like we gotta see who we know R-Truth in like 57 or some shit, but Tozawa was like 10, 15 or some shit. Like he like whatever. But yeah, so he gets hype. Tozawa gets hype. I saw this shit. He was hype. He was dancing around, blah, blah, blah. And then Damian Priest, he just grabs him and mushes his head into the like a backstage thing or whatever.
Yo, the crazy shit. Go ahead, say the thing.
Yeah, so he mushes his head into the backstage shit, and then he's put to sleep. And then Bad Bunny is like, "What the fuck happened?" He's like, "Yo, dale, yo, pin him." And he's like, "What?" Like he like pin him, bro. Like right now, pin him. And already on Wikipedia, already the 24/7 champion. You feel me? Like
I want y'all all to put some respect.
Yeah,
24/7 champion.
He's the 24/7 champion right now. We got to put some respect on that. Y'all just saw it. You know what I mean? He won the title. He didn't even know what the fuck was going on. He won the title. And him and Damian Priest just walk off, and that's the end of the segment. But yo, R-Truth, I forgot who he said. He shot it. He was like, "Yo,
we actually
I'm tired of Paul Rosenberg interfering with my shit."
when did Peter Rosenberg lose the title? I didn't even see that.
Nah, it was on he was doing an interview on was it Barstool or something or it was one of them broadcast like a regular sports broadcast, but he was like in a hotel room and they were giving an interview, was talking shit about it, like, yeah, I'm the 20 and I run a radio station at Hot 97, blah blah blah, and then R-Truth busted in the hotel room with a referee, like he snuffed him like once and then pinned him, and then he said like, yeah, I'm on Barstool now, what's up, blah blah blah, and then he broke out. So he lost it at like it was like a commercial or
So
something. I think it was like at a football
as
game.
of
Like it was
June, Akira had 2 reigns, and R-Truth was already at 36.
like, yeah.
Akira again. Let's see. Let's go all the way to the bottom of this.
You really gonna count it off? Like, yo, bro,
No,
like
no, they have it here listed. Every reign. Akira Tozawa has 8 championship 24/7 championship reigns. R-Truth is sitting at 49. So he's about to have Mayweather numbers.
yo, he's the
Uh,
GOAT.
he's
GOAT.
GOAT.
You know,
But
like,
Bad Bunny right now, 24/7 champion. Let's put some respect on the
but
good Bad Bunny.
yeah, like but yeah, so he lost it at like I think it was like a football game commercial or something. And they were interviewing him and R-Truth came through, busted through his hotel room. I think like he didn't even snuff him, and if he did, it was probably like a fake snuff, and then he just
To
went to
Peter.
sleep. Yeah, to Peter Rosenberg,
I'm
and then
actually happy for Peter too. Like this title is a joke. We know it's a joke. Nobody's taking this shit serious.
it's a comedy. It's a
But
comedy.
for people like Peter Rosenberg and Bad Bunny that are actually long time, lifelong fans,
Wrong.
this is actually a historic, statistically,
They in the books. They
in
officially
the
in the
books.
books.
Yeah, so it's like,
In the
why
books.
not? You making history that that's real reasons to put these celebrities in Hall of Fames and stuff like
Yeah,
that, celebrity wing. So that's
yeah,
pretty cool. I like the fact that they did that for Peter.
yeah.
And
And
now
then there's no gender. Like I think Tori Wilson won it or something real quick.
um,
At a
oh, it was
Legends,
Lisa Fox.
Alisa Fox won it.
Maria Kanellis, the first pregnant champion.
Yeah, like yo, like you know what I mean. So it's cool. You know what I'm saying. I'm not tripping too much. We it's not like gonna be like no major 24/7 championship ring pay-per-view like build up. It's
Yeah.
just a random somebody getting the fuck beat up, like it's coming out of nowhere. You know who will be like if AEW was to do something like this would be perfect for Lance Archer. Lance Archer just popping up, throw somebody up in the ceiling, and then you know what I mean? Like, yeah,
I always thought that AEW should have brought a hardcore title. Like that's what they
like
should do with the FTW title.
yeah, like it would
Want this shit
like that,
sanctioned? All
like
right,
a title like this.
send it 24/7 and in any kind of match anywhere.
Yeah, and this would be perfect for like Lance Archer. Lance Archer will be holding this belt like for real, for real. Like, you know what I mean? Like he'll be just popping up.
Cool last segment too every time he.
Yeah, and you don't even have to put it in no dynamite on that. Y'all could just put it on BTE. You know what I mean? Like just some random whatever the fuck. But it's all good. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
It is what it is. Shout out Bad Bunny, the Boricua,
Yeah,
pa que todos sepa.
shouts out to Bad Bunny. But we go backstage with New Day and Adam Pearce. So of course, the funny thing is the rumors already had it that Kofi was going to be inserted into this
Right.
chamber somehow. So he was the shoo-in. He makes his plug. I'm a former WWE champion, and then he does it with his pancakey style. WWE. So
All right.
doing that whole thing.
Pancakes, no more pancakes, bro. Like,
He refused to put the pancakes down. But
yeah, pancakes down already.
Miz, interrupts and he's pretty much telling Kofi like it's my pick, it's my spot. Like I'm giving it to John Morrison. So at least that was the end game for him. Like I'm gonna give it to my boy. Maybe he could win. I still don't think he should have gave up his spot, but he was trying to give it to John Morrison. So Adam Pearce decides Miz versus Kofi Kingston later on tonight. The winner, if Kofi Kingston wins, he gets the spot. If Miz wins, he could give the spot to John Morrison, who was not there this week. So I don't know why Morrison wasn't.
Yeah, that was weird.
But rumors have it that his wife actually just got signed to WWE and is in NXT.
Let's
so
go, Taya.
Taya Valkyrie is officially NXT. That's what's up.
Let's go. That's my people's right there.
Adding just more people to the stacked women's division.
Yo, like we said last night, it's a circle. They go to Impact to WWE. They're from WWE. That's when they go wherever they want. They just want to secure the stability bag. You feel me? It is what it is. But I'm not mad. Yo, Taya Valkyrie is a great a great women addition. Either NXT or if y'all call up in the main
I
card.
know that she's seasoned, so she'll fit right in with EO. She'll fit right in with all them
She'll
girls.
fit right in, and I love Taya. You know what I mean? So that's what's up. Shout out to her.
Yeah, she's gonna be
Congratulations.
fine. So the next actual matchup was the women's tag team matchup. Asuka and Charlotte versus Peyton Royce and Lacey Evans. So I hate the pairing of Asuka and Charlotte. And I hate the pairing of Peyton Royce and Lacey Evans.
It wasn't even a pairing. It was just a random whatever. That's not
Pairing. A random pairing.
Shout out to Peyton. Welcome back, because we know we had that situation that happened a couple weeks ago and you was off TV because of it. We spoke about this before. Go check it out. I think it was last Monday, that we spoke about what I'm trying to say. I'm glad she's back. Like I said, nothing but praises for her. She's like another one that's one of the most improved next to Liv Morgan. Her in-ring abilities is definitely stepping up. Definitely. She held down most of the match. I gotta give her that, which was fire. You know what I'm saying? She held her own against Asuka and Charlotte.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I got nothing but
I mean, there was a reason why she held down most of the match.
let's just get to it. Of course, she lost. You know what I mean? She lost. I'm not gonna put like Lacy lost too. She lost. Let's get to the part. Go ahead. You
Well,
say
no,
it.
Lacey did lose. It wasn't Peyton's fault. You mean?
Okay, go ahead. Let's.
So Peyton held on the most of the match, like you said.
Shout out to her. Nothing but respect. You know what I mean? Where's your husband, man? Tell your husband to come back on TV.
Speaking of husbands, where's Lacey Evans?
No, we're not gonna change subjects. Let's get to the bars. I want to get to the bars.
It's the bars. This is a part of the whole bars.
Go ahead. Say what? Why? Say why.
So she gets counted out because she wants to get on the mic and tell Charlotte Flair that she's pregnant. Then we get ancient ass Ric Flair talking about, woo, you can call me daddy. You can call me daddy. Okay. Lacey Evans is supposedly pregnant for real.
It's a legitimate pregnancy.
We all know she has a husband. We all know she has a daughter. She's a wife and a mom. They've been a part of the WWE. They've been in the crowd. Like, you insult our fucking intelligence with this story. And we've been down on it from the beginning. Then you save yourself by pretty much saying, oh, me and Ric Flair are not sexual, you bunch of nasties. She looks at him like a mentor, whatever. I'm like, okay, good way to swerve it. Get out of that rut. Then you allude to the fact, like a week or two later, that is Ric Flair. Are you fucking kidding me? Even if this is to segue her out so she can really give birth to her next child, storyline wise, you really want to put it on Ric Flair?
Congratulations. We don't have none.
Congratulations in real life. Yeah.
We don't have none against you as a human. We know this is not you. This is not your calling.
It's the story. This shit is trash.
Yo. And you know what's even worse? We were just starting to get interested in this shit because in the beginning, we didn't like it. We already saw this was some.
They could have thought of a million other ways than to keep disrespect.
Yo, it would have made better.
She has a whole.
Could have made it heartfelt, like Becky Lynch. Y'all could have done so much other ways to present it to the public.
Mm-hmm.
So
or just have a real moment. Have a real moment. Charlotte, I would love to give you the women's right and knock some sense at you, but
just
I'm pregnant, so I gotta take.
Didn't have to make a tag match. Yeah, didn't have to beat the shit out of Peyton Royce to make this.
None of that. It was useless.
Now she's out of the chamber and possibly the WrestleMania, which we actually was trying to see that as the end game for her and Charlotte. So now, like, yo, y'all blew the chance, bro. Y'all blew it. Y'all blew it. It's cringe. I'm on social media. Everybody is destroying it. And a lot of people say congratulations, but they like the way y'all presented it is retarded. It's fucked up. It doesn't make sense. It didn't make sense in the beginning. It started to finally make sense as y'all building it. and now it's like another curveball. It's probably not her fault. You know what I'm saying? Well, obviously, it's not her fault as a person, but it's like, yo, y'all could have went about it another way.
They were like, I know it was one of them old geezers in the fucking back that was like, Ric Flair's the daddy. Bro, we just swerved the fuck out of that dumbass storyline 2 weeks ago.
And then now she probably not gonna get she is not gonna well, I don't see her getting off TV because they gotta continue to
unless they're gonna give birth to another Mae Young Han or some shit like that.
I don't see her getting off TV. I see a bunch of promos though going forward with her, Charlotte, and Ric Flair. Where Ric Flair
now, if you're gonna drift into this stupid ass story, you might as well make it entertaining and have her whole maternity as if it's Ric Flair's.
And you know what? And
you know Charlotte all the way to she comes back.
And you know what I was thinking is like, yo, we literally just seen this same shit with Rey Mysterio, Buddy Murphy, and Seth Rollins with Aaliyah. Like I literally just seen this shit like last summer after SummerSlam with this is my father, this is not the father, this is that, this is the pregnancy, this is like, yo, y'all cannot come up with nothing else. Y'all had a chance to fucking make her face. She could have came out with her and Charlotte just one-on-one, just promo, just talking like, yo, this whatever.
This is some Vince Russo shit.
Like, yo, like y'all might as well just put a pregnancy on a pole match. Like, what the
paternity on a pole. Paternity on a pole match.
Paternity, you know what I mean? Maury on a pole match or something. Like, who's the father now? Like, y'all don't have nothing. Y'all could have not done anything else.
Can Ric Flair even produce children? Like, his shit probably coming out like powder.
Yo, he's the GOAT. He's the GOAT. So I don't know. I know he smashed a lot of women in his heyday.
Stupid.
But y'all blew it.
If you need to put a pin in this situation for a real life, tell her real life shit. She's pregnant for real.
Yeah,
and then just put it when she comes back, she's gonna be the person to take you out, but she has to be on the show. And if Ric Flair has to manage someone else or manage Peyton,
ways to put this out to the public. Yeah, blew it. Yeah, blew it. And
let's get away from this. Let's just.
I wasn't like I said. Like, hold on. I wasn't big on this story. I just finally started getting interested when she slapped fire out of her a couple weeks ago. When she slapped fire out of Charlotte, I'm like, okay, now it's getting serious. And then last week, like, I just started getting because I didn't like it from at all. Because y'all cutting in to the tag story with her and Asuka and Nia Jax and Shayna. Yeah, automatically put Lacey Evans to cut into that story. So we fucking blew that story just for these two to get into it with Ric Flair. And now this is the best y'all could do. Just because it's some real life shit, that's the best y'all could do.
I guess. I don't know who the hell's writing these stories back there, but
we know who it is. We know who it is. But
you know who's slaying the stories, but whoever the fuck did this shit. Trash. Let's move on.
Yeah,
we out. But before we do, let's take a quick break to our sponsors. The people keep the lights on, keep the train moving, and we'll be right back after these messages. And we're back. We left off with that cringe-worthy Ric Flair, Lacey Evans segment announcing the fact that Lacy is pregnant. So, like we said, it seems like she is indeed pregnant in real life. So congratulations.
Congratulations. We know it's nothing against you. You know what I mean? I hope you have a healthy pregnancy, a healthy baby. Blessings to you and your family. That's wonderful. But the way they told you to present it to the world is just it was terrible. Terrible. Like Charles Barkley said, terrible.
You gonna believe that 77-year-old Ric Flair is still shooting soldiers and
he probably is still shooting up the club, but he ain't shooting that club.
He got a whole life at home, man.
He not shooting that club, but we know that
husband at home, man. Come on, man.
But what's next?
Next up is the Elimination Chamber qualifying match, Kofi Kingston with Xavier versus The Miz. So this was actually a really good ass match.
This was actually like an 8, Like this was like probably the match of the night. No.
No.
Well, we could say that.
Gauntlet match was match of the night to me, easily.
But, yeah.
But this was actually a really good match. They let Miz show his stuff, let him, it wasn't really a dominant thing. But obviously, we knew going in Kofi Kingston was going to pull off that win.
Yeah, of course.
It was really phoned in, but the match overall was pretty good. I agree. Maybe a 7.5 to a 8.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I said, the winner, Kofi Kingston. So not much to say on that. It was just a way to pass up.
I did like that Osmos put Xavier over the barricade, like he body bagged him. He was holding him up there for a minute with that little choke slam shit. Like, yo, he must be dumb strong.
That was later on.
Nah, that was during the match.
That was in the gauntlet match.
Oh, that was?
Had no reason to be in the qualifying match.
Okay. All right.
So Kofi played double duty. So on top of the fact that he had to qualify for his spot in the Rumble, in the Elimination Chamber, excuse me, they also was having the gauntlet match main event, and the winner of that gauntlet match gets the last pod, like exits the pod last.
Okay, yeah.
In the Elimination Chamber, so you got that advantage. So yeah, Kofi ends up pulling double duty in that, but we'll get to that. Kofi winning over the Miz. Then we move on. We get Lana and Naomi backstage making fun of the whole Nia Jax whole situation. I mean, Naomi's been doing that in real life. She's been retweeting
her on social media
a whole bunch of shit about Nia Jax and her whole. So there was more of that, but this led into Lana versus Shayna Basler.
Yeah.
And I hate when they do this shit. They start off the match and they cut the people off to have backstage promos and shit.
Yeah.
So Randy Orton interrupting that match. We get another promo from Alexa Bliss interrupt. Like, why even they segment the match then? Why even put the match up first?
And then to make it worse, like we already knew Shayna was gonna dominate her and put her to sleep. So it's like yo, Shayna just need to get the fuck out of this bullshit. Like, y'all really bringing my girl down. What the fuck? But
yeah, but Orange promo was one of those typical, I'm gonna do whatever I have to do. I'm gonna win the chamber. I'm gonna be champion. Then Alexa Bliss's promo was more along her sinister thing with Bray Wyatt, talking about ashes to ashes, dust to dust.
Yeah,
has some light in a candle.
I'm just glad she's back as well. Her and Peyton Royce was gone for a couple weeks. Like I said last week, what we talking about. I'm glad she's back, and this was a good promo that she cut. You know what I mean? Yo, she's on top of her game right now. She's on top of her game. I'm loving this Alexa right now.
In her promo, she's talking about that Bray Wyatt is gonna be that he will be reborn. Talking about the Fiend, and it shows Alexa Bliss kneeling in a pentagram, complete with a candle at each point of the star, and he ends up laughing as the segment goes away. So
yeah,
it's crazy because I've been writing that fantasy booking. Concerning Bray Wyatt, and this shit is like ripped right out of my fantasy booking.
Yeah, but we don't put too much out there, bro. That's what
heads up. We're making the fantasy booking. We got a couple in the works. So
yeah, but
crazy that happened, but I like that. I like that promo.
Yo, she's on top of her game right now. Yo,
salute Alexa Bliss. Give me
salute Alexa Bliss. This is like the best promo work I've seen in a minute. You know, I mean, we already knew you was a great wrestler. You held multiple championship reigns, and now you really displaying this character, and you taking her to a whole nother level. And I'm proud of you. You know what I'm saying? This is great work, great work. Even without Fiend there, without the Fiend being there for these couple of months, his presence is still there, and the way she's still carrying him being there is just amazing, man.
He got his theatrics. He's keeping his aura and the memory of him.
Yeah, so
to the ghost, the rocking horse, rocking by itself. So I love this. I
love it. I love it too, man.
Into the fantasy and supernatural stuff in WWE. So more of that. I love it.
Yeah.
But we finally get the match. Lana with Naomi, Shayna Basler with Nia Jax. Of course, Shayna Basler put off the win. I'm not even gonna get into the specifics.
Nah, it wasn't. It was a squash. She didn't get no offense in.
This is
Shayna
sick.
dominated. Shayna need to get the fuck away from Nia. We need her back by herself solo. I'm gonna keep stressing this shit until it happens. Yo, if y'all listening, this is the one thing for real we asking you to do. Like, we love Shayna Baszler over here. She's an amazing worker.
That wasn't even a 6. That was a 5.
Yeah, like
It's a 5 because there was no mistakes. It was straightforward. But
put her to sleep. Put her to sleep. It was like 5 minutes. It wasn't even no wasting time. No nothing.
5. Then we go backstage. After that, Adam Pearce with Braun Strowman. Braun getting bigger while staying small. Getting smaller while staying big. He's full gear. Like, dude's a fucking beast. But pretty much he's pissed off that he didn't get put in the Elimination Chamber. He feels disrespected, and he demands that Pierce talks to Shane to try to get him in the match. So they didn't really have any payoff for that tonight. So we'll see where that goes.
Yeah.
Then we get to the main event. So this was a long one. This was the gauntlet match.
With the whole hour, the last third hour.
Yeah, featuring everybody from the Elimination Chamber. Winner of the match is going to be the final entrant in the chamber. So it starts off with AJ Styles, and that's when we get to that point with the interaction between him, Xavier Woods, Kofi Kingston, and Omos. So you want to speak on that?
Yeah. Like, it was a good opener. You know what I mean? My bad. You know what I mean? I forgot it was the Miz. The Miz don't run with Omos, but Xavier, he got destroyed. Like, he held them up for a minute. So I know this guy almost is strong as fuck. And he's huge too. So you know what I mean? That's a benefit.
He's legitimate.
As far as that, what you said?
I think he's legitimately like 8 feet.
Yeah, like, he's a beast. He's a beast. I can't wait to see him actually start wrestling. Dope match. Like, it was a dope back and forth. You know what you're gonna get with Kofi. You know what you're gonna get with AJ. Can never downplay any one of them in-ring abilities. They always deliver when they on their A game.
It was like there was a couple things in a couple matchups. Like, this was one of them. Kofi and AJ could easily be a big star matchup. Could be a
Mania.
Kofi eliminated. This leads to Drew McIntyre versus AJ Styles, and this was the one that was really like we both.
That was
this should have been a WrestleMania caliber match.
The one that I want AJ to take it at the Chamber. Like, I'd rather him win the belt on Sunday and then Drew wins it back on WrestleMania. The way they went at it, they went through like 2 commercials.
Within the Gauntlet match, that was the match of the night.
Yeah.
AJ Styles versus Drew McIntyre was definitely match of the night.
The force finishes, the in-ring psychology. Yo, Drew McIntyre is on just a whole nother level in the ring now. Like, he's a whole different animal. Yeah. And AJ Styles, the legend. You know what I'm saying? He's another one you could put in there with anybody in the ring, and he gonna deliver, and he gonna make himself look good, and whoever he's wrestling look good. And it's like, now I want to see this. Out of everybody that's in the chamber, I want to see these two at WrestleMania. I don't even give a fuck who wins the belt. Who has the belt going into it? I just want to see it now. Have they ever had a big match, them two? Just them two? Drew and AJ? I don't think so.
I don't think if they did, it probably wasn't even booked in a way that people care.
Yeah, like, it's not memorable. Like, this one is memorable, and this is a fucking exhibition. So
I remember. But this match, this point of the match made me really think, like, they need to start building people for Drew to face.
Yeah.
And they need to, just in general, they need to start building contenders. Like, we need to go back to the days of Bret Hart and Shawn Michaels. These guys were kept apart
for so long. And then when they finally clash,
they didn't like each other, they didn't touch each other. But when they finally clashed,
it's classic.
You know, The Rock and Stone Cold, They were kept apart when they did clash. Classics.
Classic. And I think that AJ and Drew could do that. I think this was like a taste of what we could actually see later on in the year.
We think about it, AJ Styles without a title for the past couple months, he's been on a run still.
He's been winning. He's been kicking people's asses. He won. He beat Danny Bryan. He beat Cesaro. He came to SmackDown twice. Beat them all over there. Like he's on fire right now. He's on fire.
We see that happening. But I don't know. This WrestleMania season is like really up in the air still.
Yeah, it's unpredictable. And then we still got Edge lingering on who the fuck he was. Now I want to see this more than Edge and Drew. My opinion. I'd rather see this versus Edge and Drew. But then if he goes with Roman is gonna wash him. You know what I mean? So it's like it's tricky. But I'd rather see AJ and Drew now.
Fucking Finn Balor.
Nah, I think he got his hands full from what happened last night. I think he's gonna have his hands full for WrestleMania season.
So AJ Styles ends up getting eliminated by Drew McIntyre with a Claymore kick after a great match.
It was a great back and forth. It was definitely great. The force finishes, everything that was out of all of the whole gauntlet. That
one was the wrestling clinic. Everything else was just like quick little matches here and there, but like let's move on. That's really what it was. But that was the best match of the night.
Now I'm interested. I want to see this one now. Now I'm interested in seeing them two for real in a big match and on big stage.
Yeah. So Jeff Hardy's the next one up. He has like a quick 5-minute match with
Jeff, come on, man. Wake up. What the fuck, bro?
Yeah, Jeff still looks like he's not interested, but
like he doesn't care no more. Like, what's going on? Like, do you give a fuck?
Care though? Would you care?
Do you care?
You have no rivalry, no story with any
direction.
Not one person in this chamber have you interacted with in the past couple of months. The storyline you just got out of was trash.
Have you lost?
Have you noticed that?
You was losing.
Jackson racist.
You was losing to Elias and Jackson Riker. You were losing. There's no point for you to even be in this position. Like you should be really out there for real now. And
we had a couple of moments where we thought that Jeff Hardy was about to win or whatever the case may be, but that wasn't the case. The next person up was Randy Orton. So, Randy came in. You already know how he is. He's trying to pick the bones. He's trying to get all in Drew McIntyre. But this was quick. Drew McIntyre ends up, I don't know if he ended up throwing him out. I forgot exactly. But Orton ended up on the outside while Drew McIntyre was still in the ring. Yeah. The lights start to flicker. Alexa Bliss takes over every single screen in the Thunderdome, starts laughing, distracting Orton. Orton gets counted out.
Whatever.
Okay. Makes sense. You're distracted by screens that you can easily just turn around and ring. But okay. I'm not gonna fault Alexa Bliss for that. I still love the gimmick. I just think they could have eliminated.
They still haunting them. So
no, it's cool, but you could have actually had Alexa Bliss come out and do something to him. Yeah. If I'm in the middle of a match that's gonna put me in a better position for this championship, and I see this bitch on a bunch of screens, I'm gonna be like, oh yeah, that's pretty cool effect. Let me go in the ring, because what's she gonna do? I'm gonna clothesline her ass. I'm gonna RKO her shit. Straight up. Randy don't care. He RKOs women. So
yeah.
I would have went right back in the ring. Let her come out. I'm gonna RKO her shit.
RKO Drew McIntyre, then wait for her to pop up. You know what I mean? Then do it again. Like
Randy ends up getting eliminated.
Out.
Which leads to the last person. Sheamus comes out, and he comes out, bro. This is the whips Drew McIntyre's ass, bro. Yeah. The bell didn't even ring. It wasn't even official start to this round.
He just came out like a fireball.
Beat the shit out of him. Drew fighting as champion though, still came back. The ref was asking do you want to continue the match? He's like, yeah. Still gave him a good couple of minutes, even after the ass whooping. Still gave him a couple minutes. Still got some offense back. Doing that belly to belly on Sheamus, but he got to go for it twice, and then after that it was over, landslide.
Yeah,
Sheamus destroyed him, bro kick, and Sheamus is now the last person coming out of the Elimination Chamber, so he gets that final advantage. Cuts a promo and tells him, "You can't beat me. There's no way you could beat me. And now that I'm the last person, I'm gonna be the WWE champion." I actually don't mind Sheamus being in this light.
I'm not.
I feel like it's long overdue. Sheamus should, once him and Cesaro broke up from the bar, I felt like Sheamus and Cesaro should have been elevated. None of them should have been in
positions.
That. So I'm glad that on SmackDown Cesaro looks like he's finally getting his shine, and on Raw Sheamus is positioning himself back into that spotlight. So good things, honestly, good things.
Yeah, I'm not tripping. I liked it.
I give it a 9. Honestly, it had.
Yeah. The Gauntlet was definitely. This was definitely the match of the night. I would have said like as a 1-on-1, I would have said the Miz and Kofi, but this one was the one that really got me interested the most was AJ and Drew McIntyre. I didn't feel like Drew really had enough energy and he didn't put enough offense in to make a classic with Sheamus for me to be like, yo, that was the best part of the match.
Storyline wise, it made perfect sense because
I could say that, like the psychology and the story
match, bro, with AJ Styles, and then he ran 5 opponents by the time he had Sheamus.
Yeah, so I agree. It's a 9. It's a 9 for a gauntlet.
So awesome gauntlet match. I'll give it a 9. The show as a whole, though, it drops down to like an 8 for me.
Not even. I'll give it a 7.5.
Probably like a 7.5, and that's strictly because Miz. You know what? It's a 7.
It's a 7.
7. It's officially a 7 for the simple fact, based off the segments. Miz cuts a great promo.
I gotta go see that. I gotta see that. I'm gonna watch it later on.
That's a great promo. Then it doesn't make sense. You got the stereotypical Lucha House Party. I just can't get behind them. You got the announcement, Lacy pregnant. Lacy's.
I think that was the lowest part of the whole night.
The lowest part that you're gonna put this shit like if Ric Flair's the dad. Low point.
Definitely.
That's it. I can't even. I don't even want to go back.
I give it a 7. I already ranted on the Lacy. I think, yo, congratulations once again. It's not your fault. Whoever made that way to present your situation was stupid. Y'all was better off cutting the promo, being heartfelt or something.
Woo, you could call me the daddy.
We wasn't fully behind the whole story anyways. Like, we just started building entrance because we thought the end game was going to be at WrestleMania. Now, it's not going to happen. So now what's going to happen now with Asuka and Charlotte, whatever the fuck. Probably going to be Asuka versus Charlotte at WrestleMania, which we don't want to see.
What I was really hoping was they finally break the fuck up. Tonight would be the last reason for Charlotte and Asuka to be a tag team.
You feel me? Like,
pointless. And even if you're stringing this along, oh, I've been losing because of you, Charlotte.
Yo, you know what? Even though I don't want to see it, but fuck it right now at the point, Bianca Belair challenge Asuka, because I don't want to see Charlotte versus Asuka anymore.
Either.
Challenge Asuka. Fuck it. I want to see her versus Sasha, but so that way we don't get another fucking Asuka versus Charlotte where we know Charlotte is going to win. I would take it. I don't want to see it because I really wanted Lacy and Charlotte at Mania. Y'all don't have no other competitors for Charlotte right now. Peyton, Royce? No. Yeah, and then if not, now y'all in a bind. Y'all don't have nobody for Asuka either. Y'all might as well put fucking Asuka there and let Carmella wrestle Sasha.
They want to call people up to get a challenger for Asuka right now.
You gotta have to do something.
Nobody,
either that or just
Charlotte on the
let Bianca just challenge let Bianca just challenge Asuka and let Carmella and Sasha continue their story with Reginald because we do not want to see out of Charlotte again.
See, that's what happens when you fucking break up the tag teams that make sense, and then pair the people who should be singles.
That don't make no fucking sense. Now, when something like this happens, now y'all don't have nothing better to do. Y'all don't have nothing to go forward with for backup. Y'all don't.
Let's wrap this up before this becomes a 5. But it's a 7. Raw is a 7. They had some memorable moments. That being the Gauntlet match. Please go back and check that out. Check out Miz versus Kofi Kingston. That was a
no match. Like that match in the Gauntlet was definitely
everything else filler. You can skip all that bullshit.
Shout out Bad Bunny. You know what I mean?
Shout out to the champ. Bad
Number 1 t-shirt. Now he got a belt, you know what I mean, to solidify himself in history.
Yeah, he's definitely gonna go into the Hall of Fame celebrity wing. I tell you that.
You know what I mean?
With that being said, we can do this all day. EA, where can they find you?
You can find me at Twitter at EDOTA. That's at E.A. I'm also in the Facebook group, Kayfabe Avenue Facebook group. Like, share, subscribe, send your hate mail, your love mail this way. I'm the petty god. I answer all of them shits. Santa Claus, you know what I mean, is in the building with me. My mug. Where can they find you at? Where they can find me
at Kayfabe Avenue on Twitter, on Instagram. Join the Facebook group, like EA said. Join the conversation. Like, share, and subscribe on YouTube. Speaking of subscribe, click on the support link on Apple, on Anchor, on Spotify, wherever you're listening to the podcast, on all major streaming platforms. Click on the support link, subscribe, donate what you can, help us keep the lights on, help us keep this Kayfabe Avenue train moving. That has been E.A. I have been Kayfabe AJ. This is the Raw Wrap Up. Austin, take us home.
Because old Stone Cold said so. Thank you very much, you son of a bitch.